What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 376 of Community Universe Mode and episode 98 of Friday Night Genesis. Live from Tulsa, Oklahoma, it would seem, for another action-packed card, as always, as we are going to get things underway with some singles action, a huge singles collision to get things rolling. As, of course, we are fresh off of the draft earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion. We had a plethora. No, we do not, but look at that option there. We had a plethora of trades. 11 superstars from Monday Night Fusion finding themselves a new home here on Friday Night Genesis. We're going to see many of them debut on tonight's show. And, of course, we are just a little over a week away from the season finale, guys. Next Sunday is the Fusion exclusive pay-per-view Retaliation. That will bring our time on 2K17 to a close as we prepare and get ready for 2K18 and the new season coming upon us. So that means just one more Fusion, one more Reality Wrestling, one more Genesis, and then the pay-per-view, just 4 more shows after this. We're actually going to be ending things off on episode 99, so that means the season premiere will be episode 100 of Fusion, which is kind of neat. I like that, the way it worked out. But what up, everybody? What up, Assassin? What up, Topher Dynamic? Big Al, Hardline, MLP, welcome all. But we are getting things started, ladies and gentlemen, with a huge one-on-one matchup as Elijah Stewart getting the opportunity of a lifetime by Cole Savage, the Alpha World Champion, who, of course, captured the title day 2 of Battle Scars the past Sunday, defeating Ryan Kent, and then coming off that huge win over Paul Devine, champion versus champion on Monday Night Fusion earlier this week. Cole Savage coming out here throwing an extravagant championship celebration. When he first won the championship, he said there wouldn't be a grand entrance like when Schmitty won, but actually he ended up kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, having an even bigger party than Schmitty. Savage, of course, basking in his glory, this great week it's been for him, and calling out Elijah Stewart, guys. Cole Savage on such a high after the 2 huge wins he's coming off of, that he has given this kid, the Good Vibes kid, a huge opportunity, because if Elijah Stewart can defeat Cole Savage here in this non-title match, next week Savage has promised him a one-on-one championship match. Savage saying if Elijah doesn't beat him, he's still going to defend his title next week on the last Genesis of the season. Last Genesis of the season, we still have so many, or we still already have huge matches set for that. Bryce Hurt and the general manager of Friday Night Show going to be going one-on-one with huge implications. And now we know Savage will be defending his championship. If Elijah can knock him off here, Stewart going to have the chance to go into next season as Alpha World Champion. That's only if Elijah can defeat him here. And since Savage has become an active competitor, man, he has been tearing it up with wins over Sam Valentine, Ryan Kent, and Paul Devine. Elijah Stewart has his work cut out for him here. Elijah Stewart, ladies and gentlemen, getting this opportunity, but also getting in a bit of hot water with general manager Dave Turner after the Sam Valentine exposed those videos of it. Remember, if you're a member of our website at communityuniverse.4motion.com, !join in the chat, we'll give you a link. You will have seen exclusive footage that showed Elijah very frustrated after his loss in the Fatal 4-Way #1 Contenders match at Battle Scars. He threw a chair at the wall, and Sam Valentine also showing other footage from other occasions where Elijah actually put his hands on CMV staff. So Dave Turner kind of reprimanding Stewart a little bit, but the Good Vibes kid definitely looking to make the most out of this opportunity, as here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. The extravagant CMV Alpha World Champion, who's putting his money where his mouth is. Can't say he's not a fighting champion. Gonna be putting that title on the line next week, his first defense. And if Elijah can defeat him here, then Stewart will be the one getting that opportunity. Like I said, a huge card tonight, guys. The CMV International Championship is going to be on the line when Mark Intel challenges The Russian Ogre, Guri Sukanov. We got all the Fusion superstars making their debuts tonight. Well, most of them. Sean Kent up next. Gonna debut against El Jefe. And in our main event, the #1 draft pick for Genesis, Chris Andrews, guys, the Bloody Brit. Gonna look to make his first night here on Genesis, an impactful one when he takes on his old rival, and Zach Cage, and of course much, much more as the referee rings the bell. And here we go, Elijah Stewart. If he could defeat Cole Savage in this matchup, guys, he will get a one-on-one title opportunity next week. If Savage defeats Elijah here, I have no idea who's going to challenge the champion for the belt. Of course, Savage has so many targets on his back right now. MLP, Mr. Money in the Bank, of course, and Bob Luger being named the #1 contender for the championship heading into next season. So Bob Luger will challenge whomever comes out of next week as champ, whether it's Cole Savage or Elijah Stewart or whomever else. Nice suplex there by the champion. Excuse me. MLP, of course, not booked tonight, but that just, if you ask me, that would scare me even more. MLP just kind of lurking in the shadows with that briefcase, trying to recuperate from his loss earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion to Ziggler. We're also going to have the Old Gods make their Genesis debut tonight, guys, with a big opportunity as they take on the World Tag Team Champions and Rise. Rise, of course, who will defend their titles on next week's season finale against Imaginary Friends. And I will tell you guys that every championship on Genesis will be on the line next week in the season finale. So that means the International Championship, even though it's on the line tonight, whomever walks out as champion will defend it again next week. The Anarchy title will be up for grabs as well. The World Tag Team title is already set to go, and Savage announcing he will be defending his title. Certainly going to be one hell of a show to go out on. As Cole Savage going to catch Elijah up in a head scissors, but the Good Vibes Kid will be able to slither through. Hook to the jaw by Elijah now. Punch to the back of the head. The Good Vibes Kid has got to know what's on the line. Here's going to pump handle Uranagi. Elijah now to the apron. Like I said, though, Cole Savage, man, been on a hot streak since returning to active competition, knocking off Sam Valentine, Ryan Kent, and Paul Devon, as well as working with Tim LaFave to defeat Ryan Kent and Kevin Lee last week. Savage has been seemingly unstoppable. Can Elijah finally throw a wrench into his gear and earn himself a championship opportunity? Or will Elijah slip up yet again? I can't imagine those videos that Sam Valentine showed us of Elijah kind of snapping. I can't imagine what he's going to do if he loses this championship opportunity here. Powerbomb by Elijah, though. Old school Eli there. What up, edgy asshole? Big Eck. Welcome in as Elijah drops the elbow down onto Cole Savage. You know, Cole Savage earlier tonight referring to himself as the uncrowned, undisputed champion after knocking off Paul Devine earlier this week during the draft, lifting reverse DDT by Stewart, who's doing a good job of combating Cole Savage thus far and keeping it kind of even as he looks to get things in his favor with good vibes, but Savage shoots him down. Now Savage with an Irish whip into the corner, and Elijah Stewart might be in big trouble as the Alpha World Champion with a knee to the gut. We know what the champ's going for here. Slapping that elbow right to the heart. Vintage Savage. Hooks the leg, does Cole now. 1, 2, only a 2 count though. My snowflake. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Cole Savage gearing up for the ice cold kick. That boot planted right to the heart. And Elijah's dreams and aspirations of becoming champion might be down the drain. No! Eli survives for now. But for how long can he hang on? He has got to turn things around here. Close range forearm smash by the Good Vibes Kid. Unfortunately not quick enough as Savage going to Irish whip into the corner. Perhaps looking for a second elbow drop. No, Savage and Irish whip to the opposite corner. Charges Eli now. Catches an elbow straight to the face. Oh! Good Vibes out of the corner! Elijah seizing the opportunity that was put in front of him there. Unfortunately, not enough gas left in the tank to try to go for the pin. But Elijah looking for the big blow. Stewart! Can he do it? The E! No! Savage with a knee down to the top of the head. And an ice cold kick a second time. 1, 2, No, Elijah! Elijah surviving a second ice cold kick, and Savage can't believe it. Oh my God. You can see the little bit of worry in Savage's eyes there as he tries to play it off and act all cool, but Stewart giving it his absolute all as he goes for Hurricane Rana now. Yo, what up, Diamond? What up, Laser Show? Welcome in all. Diamond, you're not that late. This is the first matchup of the evening, but we might be closing in on the end as Elijah looks to rally the CMV Universe. He is unloading on Savage. Holy shit. And now forearm smash. Another forearm smash. The catchphrase. Oh my God, Stewart's feeling it. I'm feeling it. The universe is feeling it. Good vibes a second time. Elijah letting his Stewies know that he's not done yet. As he turns around, Stewart has eyes to finish with a championship opportunity hanging in the balance. Elijah continues to unload on Cole Savage. And now Elijah with the E-Massa. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3. Oh my Lord, that was close. And Elijah arguing with the official here, John Cone. He thought that was a 3, and so did I. Elijah's temper showing a little bit there as he nearly choked the ref to death. But now Savage utilizing that time that Elijah wasted to argue, hitting a suplex. Snap Marinova, the Good Vibes kid, wanting to stay in that driver's seat. He can tell that the Alpha World Champion is hurt here. Now to the top rope, a big risk being taken by Elijah late into this matchup. Will it pay off? Yes, it will. Nice body flash into the pin. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count. What up, Hellish? What up, Crimson? Welcome, welcome all. This opening matchup has been amazing thus far. Savage is really getting a run for his money. Good vibes, numero tres. Oh my God, Elijah, though he's clutching his ribs, feeling the effects of those 2 ice cold kicks. Elijah, if he can defeat Savage here, will get a shot at the Alpha World title next week. All he's got to do is hit one more E-Buster, but Savage too quick. Puts Elijah into the corner. Shoots down for a takedown. Counter, though, by Stewart. Elijah now waiting for the champion to rise to his feet. Catches a jawbreaker, creates some distance between the two. Savage now with an inverted atomic drop. Knocks just one, though. Make it 2, Vintage Savage. Cole now with a desperation pin as he hooks the leg of Elijah Stewart here and nearly gets the 3 count as well. Elijah Stewart has got to go into overdrive, man. He's had this match won so many times. I'm feeling it, man. I'm a Stewie tonight. Can Stewart die? Family matters! Yes! Into the pin. Come on, Elijah! Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Yes, Elijah did it! Elijah did it! He just pinned the Alpha World Champion and has earned himself an Alpha World title match! Holy shit! Elijah did it! The Good Vibes Kid! Next week gets a one-on-one title shot. Oh my God. What a match. Family Matters seals the deal. Elijah Stewart has the chance to cap off the season as Alpha World Champion. Oh my God. Elijah Stewart handing Cole Savage his first loss since returning to active competition. Stewart, what a victory. If he can do it again next week, he'll become Alpha World Champion. Elijah Stewart, ladies and gentlemen, what a victory. He was given a huge opportunity, and he cashed in on it. If he could do it again next week, he'll walk into next season as the face that runs the place on Friday nights. The action continues, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, as we have our first Genesis debut from the draft earlier this week going down. Sean Kent, of course, is kind of unfortunate. I was looking forward when Sean Kent was initially drafted to Genesis. He was on the same brand as his brother Ryan for all but an hour before Ryan Kent, of course, was drafted to Monday Night Fusion, so the brothers are still split up. I was kind of looking forward to them maybe teaming up together, but unfortunately that is not to happen yet in the CMV universe, but we are going to see Sean Kent make his singles debut, as he is certainly not getting a walk in the park by any means, being thrown the former two-time light heavyweight champion in El Jefe. Sean Kent, of course, nobody to turn your head at, is a former Fusion Tag Team Champion. Jefe coming off a big win last week over former light heavyweight champion Rubik. And Jefe was supposed to be getting a light heavyweight title match here, remember, but unfortunately for him, Rubik and Jay Davis were drafted to Monday Night Fusion along with the light heavyweight championship. A tweet from Tyson Cage, ladies and gentlemen, says, at Genesis, don't blame me because the ladies find me better looking than all of you. Tyson Cage, of course, earlier this week winning a Vixens poll for best looking superstar in all of CMV. Tyson Cage, to the surprise of many, winning it, and it's already gone to his head, as you can tell by that tweet, as here comes Sean Kent. Up next, guys, the CMV International Championship is going to be on the line, and surprise defense by Guri Sukhanov, as Markentel going to have a huge opportunity in front of him. And a tweet from El Jefe before he comes out here, guys, says, damn light heavyweights running to Fusion. Arriba! El Jefe, though, certainly still riding high after that win last week. I'm going to try to use that momentum to go over Sean Kent here tonight. As here comes that human fish, baby. Still a huge show to come, guys. We're going to see the return of the Moo Moo Man, Randy Borton, as he teams with one of the newest members of the Genesis roster, Xander Slade, of course, after what happened earlier this week, the close of Monday Night Fusion. Oh, boy, we'll get into that more later on tonight, but it was certainly a shock to, I think, every single person in the CMV universe. But here we go. Next matchup, Sean Kent makes his Genesis debut. Looking for a big win and an impact by taking down El Jefe. One of Genesi's best. El Jefe certainly had a great season. A little bit rocky during the end here. Don't know why I forgot how to speak there for a second. But of course, El Jefe, as he starts things off with a little whirly bird head scissors, lost his career. He was out of a job for nearly 2 months. Thankfully for him, though, Dave Turner and the Ascendant's guest host, Chris Evans, brought him back. But certainly, El Jefe becoming a 2-time light heavyweight champion, having one of the greatest feuds this season, if not the greatest. against Bryce Hurt. He's got a nice blue thunder bomb by Sean Kent, paying homage to a returning Borton later on. Maybe we'll see a Moo thunder bomb. I hope so. I've been missing the Moo Moo Man, brother. Sean Kent now dropping a couple of knees repeatedly here to Hefe as he backs in the corner. We lost Ryan Kent and his massive ego, but we've gained Sean Kent, perhaps even his bigger, inflated personality. Backs El Jefe up into the corner. Hefe with the back elbow, though, takes a punch to the midsection. Now a backslide driver. No pin attempt, though, to follow through. It's about to get funky up in here as El Jefe does the worm and drops the chop. Our main event next week, guys, the last Genesis of the season. It is going to be Bryce Hurt returning after his strike these past couple of months, as he is going to go one-on-one with general manager Dave Turner. The first time that Turner's going to step in the ring to compete in nearly 2 years. And a lot on the line. Nice pop-up powerbomb. I thought Jefe was going for a Hurricane Rana there, but Sean Kent certainly changed it right before my eyes. Only a 2 count, though. Back into the corner. Sean Kent wants to be a part of the clique. Irish whip, though. Rebounds right into the arms of Jefe, who goes for a scoop slam. Drops down behind, though, and a punch to the back of the head. Goes to that high knee, but moves out of the way. What is that new dance, man? He did that earlier this week during the live event. I love it. It gets under the skin of Sean Kent as he walks right into a spinning sidewalk slam there. And another winding elbow drop to the back of the head. Of course, our main event tonight, guys. Gonna see the Genesis debut of the WWE Brit. Chris Andrews, baby. The #1 draft pick for Genesis earlier this week. As he takes on an old foe in Zach Cage. Right now, though, Sean Kent looking to turn things around with boot camp. Off the shoulders. Right to the temple. And Sean Kent showing he can do some poses as well. A little bit of wah. As now he brings Jefe to a vertical base, and Sean Kent goes for that combination of his. A couple of chops, back fist. Now these kicks to the chest before bringing it all together with the spinning soul. Right to the midsection. What a big gum. And Sean Kent obviously doing his homework, knows that Jefe is a high flyer. Gonna try to take out his legs. Caught, keeps it up. Trying to say catches the kick. Couldn't really get it out, though. Short arm shoulder block by Sean Kent, who is also very agile, certainly more so than his brother Ryan. Brought up to his feet. Sean Kent, all he needs to do is throw El Jefe overhead and look for that GTS. Right now hits a back suplex. Oh, and Sean Kent saying a little prayer to the big man upstairs before now he looks to do the deed. Lining up El Jefe. Throwing him overhead. Looking to make the little fishy go to sleep. Into the pin. Will that be enough? 1, 2, 3. It will. Sean Kent victorious. Sean Kent puts down the Arriba man here to be victorious in his Genesis debut. Not many people in this business that can kick out of a knee straight to the face, especially when you have a face like El Jefe's. Sean Kent with the big win in his debut. As we get a tweet here, guys, from CMV Columbus, says, I cannot wait to debut for CMV. Fans, superstars, and GMs, be prepared for Johnny Columbus to rep CMV and rep that city. Hashtag Columbus. Johnny Columbus recently signed to CMV. I'm sure he just watched as Sean Kent dug his knee straight into the face of El Jefe. And a tweet here, guys, from Usho Takedo says, at Sean Kent, I'm sure Sean Kent will be pleased to know that he has some competition in the form of the samurai, Usho Takedo. Takedo throwing out a challenge there to Sean Kent. But up next, guys, here on Friday Night Genesis edition number 98 is about to be going down for real as the International Championship got to be up for grabs. Guri Suckinov making a surprise defense here in the form of putting his title on line against Markintel. But it seems as though Big Marky Moo is bringing some backup for this encounter, ladies and gentlemen. And his recent ally, the Antichrist, former Rising Star champion Victor Romero. The two of them have been working very well. Last month, they got 2 wins together as a team. And it seems as though they're looking to continue that alliance here, an unholy alliance, if you will, as Markintel looks to capture gold. And for the first time, and then, God, over nearly a year and a half, the last time that Markintel had a championship in his possession. He's a former Anarchy champion. But of course, we all know Suckinov's tale this season, man, has been extraordinarily dominant, even more so since capturing that championship, able to retain it in a triple threat at Battle Scars against Duo, Maxwell, and Bison. Rip Bison, never forget, no longer on Friday nights, drafted to Fusion. And then earlier this week on Monday, during Fusion, he won that Thick Boy Battle Royal representing Gen. So I guess Guri feeling good about himself, issuing a championship challenge. Markintel, the one fortunate enough to find it coming his way. And again, like I said, next week, the season finale, the last Genesis of the season. Every championship on Genesis will be on the line. So whomever walks out champ here will defend it next week against who, I have no idea. I'll have to wait and see. So far for next week's show, though, it is a stat card. We got Elijah Stewart, Cole Savage for the Alpha World Championship now confirmed. We also have Brycer and Dave Turner one-on-one with huge implications behind it. Guri was not drafted. Bison was drafted to Monday Night Fusion. I'm sure that's who you're confusing him with. Of course, Genesis did lose the Light Heavyweight Championship, but gained the Anarchy Championship. We're going to see Shaquan Shea, the champ, in action later on. He's welcomed by the Fallen Angel, John Reed. How did you do that? By the way, fucking Hardline. How did you do it so that he gets his clothes on during the smoke? It's so cool. 10 out of 10. Markintel these past couple of months, though, certainly been impressive. He's getting some big pinfalls over the likes of Randy Borton, as well as Pierre Thompson. We'll see Randy Borton return from a 2-month hiatus up next, when he teams with Xander Slade to take on Josh Wolf and Ed Guerrero Furioso. Markintel does have the support of Victor Romero ringside. We'll have to wait and see if the former Rising Star champ will get involved at all. Markintel pacing back and forth, seems ready for this. This is his last chance to go into next season with championship gold around his waist. Of course, Markintel and Victor Romero were a part of the Money in the Bank ladder match this past Sunday at Battle Scars 3. Markintel actually took quite the plunge off the top of the ladder at the hands of Usho Takedo, who AA'd from the top. So I'm surprised Markintel's even here tonight competing, but he is. And here comes the man who stands in his way of him capturing his first title in over a year and a half. The 400-pound Russian ogre, Guri Suckinov. The ultimate thick boy, winning that battle royal earlier this week. I like the hat. Traditional Russian wear. All the Russians walk around like that. You never been there, Albius? This matchup is for the prestigious CMV International Championship, which has found itself around the waist of many greats this season. Of course, Guri Sukhanov defeating Pierre Thompson back in Ascendance to capture it. Pierre got it off of Kaiva. Kaiva got it off of Borton. Of course, Borton, the one who started off this season, having a great run with the championship. But there's the challenger tonight, Big Marky Moo, the Big Red Machine, the Archangel. These two have certainly fought before. The championship just firmly nestled under the tit of Guri Sukhanov here. The thickness is too real, ladies and gentlemen. Takes a look at that championship. Guri knows that there ain't no walk in the park that's standing in front of him. Guri also knows that he can't defeat Marcantel. As John Cohn, our official for this matchup, shows the title to Marcantel. Marcantel not even looking down at it. Excuse me. Here we go. Big Marky Moo's last chance at gold this season. All he's got to do is become only the 5th man ever to pin Guri Sukhanov. Starts things off with a nice clothesline to floor the Giant. Of course, these two about the same height. In fact, I think Marcantel might be a bit taller even, but certainly is outweighed. Marcantel weighing probably a little bit over 200 pounds, whereas Guri's 400 plus. But again, you got to be wary of Victor Romero there ringside. This alliance between he and Marcantel being formed might be a dangerous, roadblock for Guri here. Kick to the chest by the Russian Ogre. Goes for a stomp to the knee to follow through. Big clothesline mania by Marcantel here at the start of this match. 3 of them already. They're just staring at each other there for a moment. Gives Marcantel an opening to get off a nasty looking big boot. Unfortunately for him, Guri does not stay down for long. Up next, guys, a huge tag team match coming our way as Josh Wolf and Elegant Head Video so look to defend the honor of their friend Tim when they welcome Xander Slate and Randy Borton to Friday Night Genesis. The Click getting to what happened earlier this week as that match comes our way up next. We still got the Anarchy Champion Jaquan Shea making his Genesis debut as he takes on John Reed. The old guys with a huge opportunity when they take on the New World Tag Team Champions Rise in our main event. Chris Andrews, the #1 draft pick, going to be taking on an old foe in Zach Cage, who's once again on his own. Oh, there's that vintage straight right hook. But just as I thought we may see, Romero causing a distraction. That allows Marcantel trying to shake the cobwebs off from that huge punch. Unfortunately, not able to get up in time. I don't think there's enough time in the world to fully recuperate from a punch like that. As now Marcantel made it look like a rag doll. Sucking off as eyes to finish. The International Champion looks to retain. Counters the powerbomb into a huge German suplex this Marcantel. Romero cheering on his new friend as the Antichrist digging under the ring. About to see dirty heel tactics go on. Slides in a steel chair. John Cohn doesn't even see it as Guri with a massive power slam. The champion staying in control. Another hook to the jaw, turning Marcantel around. Goes for a suplex knee to the gut, though. Marcantel into a suplex of his own. That is strength right there. And look at this, guys. Romero distracting Cohn, and Marcantel uses the steel chair, but he misses. Now has to dispose. Wait a minute! Marcantel has the chair used against him. Now gonna pay for it. But look at that. Romero still trying to help out his boy. Marcantel's got his face smashed in with the chair, though, and then another one of those right hooks. Look at sucking up like you don't want none of this, Romero. That's a fight I'd love to see. Victor Romero and Guri sucking up one-on-one. The distraction almost pays off, but not quite, as Sukhanov with the power bomb. Cohn playing with the chair. 1, 2, 3. No, not a 3. Wow, that's some resiliency shown by Marcantel, knowing what's on the line. That's 400 pounds across the chest, though. I got you, big soul. John Cone finally getting rid of that steel chair. Before Marcantel use it again, a third straight right hook. Marcantel, oh. Now the big red monster gonna go for a ride. Around and around and around and around he goes. Put on his ass with that giant swing, and that might do it. Uno, dos, no, still not enough. I gotta say, man, I'm a bit surprised. Marcantel is not going down easy. Oh, big Marky Moo, looking for that clutch. Holy shit, power bomb of his own. Oh my God! 1, 2, no, so close. Oh my God, Marcantel a millisecond away from becoming the new international champion. And now hammering away at the leg, the knee of the 400-pound Russian ogre. It's a great strategy against a bigger opponent. Look at that, Marcantel is clearly, that's his game plan, going for the knees now, trying to keep Guri grounded. Oh, look at these kicks right to the face. Good God. Now a desperation pin by Big Mark, but only a 2 count as Victor Romero. I don't know why he has not been ejected, but John Cone being very lenient. The thickest, Guri Sakharov is confirmed the thickest boy in CMV after winning the Thick Boy Battle Royal earlier this week. That's not really helping him out too much right now, though. Marcantel trying to turn things around, back body drop. Lateral press, 1, 2, 400-pound frame draped across the chest, but Marcantel's still able to kick out. Might just be prolonging his suffering as Sakharov just choking him out. Marcantel not done just yet, though. The International Championship is on the line. The winner of this will defend against, I don't know who, it's still a mystery next week. With the opportunity to go into next season as the champion, Vintage Marcantel out of the corner with the big boot and it connects. My God, Marcantel, guys. It's been over a year and a half since he's held championship gold. The CMV veteran, though, is on track to do it again, targeting the shoulder of the Russian ogre. Oh my God. Oh my God. Marcantel! Marcantel! Falling powerbomb again! Holy shit! 1, 2! No! Oh my God! Marcantel. Foam, I'm sure, spilling out of his mouth. Bloodshot eyes. Oh, a 4th straight right hook. He walked right into it. Into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count still. The CMB International Championship is on the line right now. Oh, but Guri going for another power bomb. Marcantel with that wherewithal. The veteran instincts to counter. Oh my God! Nearly flung right out the ring into Victor Romero. Guri kind of just growling over at Romero, telling him to stay out of it. Guri Sakharov currently beating the holy hell out of Big Marky Moo. A 5th! A 5th straight right hook. That's gotta be it. 1, 2, 3 it is. Guri Sakharov with a 2nd successful retention. It certainly was not easy, though. Marcantel nearly had it on 2 occasions there. I really thought he was gonna win it. But a 5th straight right hook with those big meaty claws. Gonna keep the belt over his shoulder. Because it can't fit over his waist. Or around his waist, rather. Guri Sakharov gonna have to put his title on the line again next week. Who's gonna step up? If you're a betting man, though, you might want to put your chips in Guri Sukhanov's quarter no matter who steps up to challenge him next week. Because the Russian Ogre looking ahead of next season, still the international champion. What a match, man. Those two beat the hell out of each other. Guri Sukhanov, still the international champion, despite the interferences by Romero, despite the dirty heel tactics, despite the 2 power bombs. Sukhanov still remains dominant as hell. Alright, here we go, guys. It is time as Genesis takes a turn. The Click, baby, has been born. It was earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion, the closing of the show after the main event. Xander Slate was the final draft revealed coming to Genesis. He came out to actually talk trash about the Genesis roster, saying how he's done all he can for Monday Night Fusion. There's nothing left for him. You know, this is the B show, and he's going to come make Genesis the A show. And that's when Tim LaFave and Bob Luger, who had teamed earlier in the night, at the top of the show actually representing Genesis, weren't going to have their show, their home, bashed. So both men coming out to kind of tell Xander Slate, shut it, or you're going to regret it. And just as it was looking like Tim was about to get into blows with Xander, guys, the unthinkable, the baby face, Bob Luger, turning Tim around, kicking him in the gut, and drilling him head first into the canvas. And if that wasn't enough, as Xander and Luger continued to beat down LaFave, the music would hit. Randy Borton returning after 2 months. The fans were hyped. Borton rushing the ring to save his friend Tim. But as he helped LaFave to his feet, Borton turned around and hit him with the Borto end. And it was just, I can't fathom. You should have, if you didn't, catching the cameras, man, the jaws dropped throughout the entire CMV universe, man. The internet blowing up. It was incredible. And then all 3 men standing over Tim's lifeless body, holding up the "Too Sweet Me" sign, baby. And there, the Click has been formed. But they're already hitting a hurdle, as Tim, we know, has a lot of friends. They even brought that up when Tim, Bob Luger, and Xander Slate were going back and forth, how Tim has so many best friends. 2 of them here, and Josh Wolf and El Guerrero Furioso stepping up to help out their boy, who's not here tonight, recuperating from the injuries he suffered at the hands of Click earlier this week. To try to take these 2 down a bit is Borton and Xander in action, while Bob Luger, the #1 contender for the Alpha World title, will be ringside. I bumped into Xander earlier tonight. Of course, Xander, like I said, was the final draft pick for Genesis. This is his debut. I bumped into him. He said, you know what, Dashing? The Click is 3 absolute titans in this industry. We're all former world champions, and we're going to make Genesis ours. Doesn't matter how many friends Tim LaFave has. We'll beat them all down. And it certainly is. Whether you love what they did, whether you absolutely hate what they did, this is 3 absolute legends in CMV and Randy Borton, Xander Slate, and Bob Luger. All former world champions. Xander Slate and Randy Borton, CMV veterans. I wouldn't give Luger that moniker yet. He's only been here a little bit over a year, but look at what he's done in that year. He's absolutely become the face of Genesis. But here comes Josh Wolf, ladies and gentlemen, a very close friend of Tim LaFave, who helped LaFave battle his father, Pat, and former best friend, Kevin Lee, these past couple of months. Josh coming off a win over Pat earlier this past Sunday at Battle Scars. So Josh Wolf certainly not just going to sit back and let the Click, run roughshod, take out his friend like that and get away with it. Josh Wolf certainly has a changed attitude after what Pat LaFave put him through last month. He channeled the spirit of Fenrir at Battle Scars, and it was a different side of Josh Wolf I have never seen before. He tore into Pat, utilizing a new devastating finisher he calls the Jaws of Fenrir to finish him off. Yeah, that's cool, Big Al. We have a partnership. Ooh. Al, you want to be why am I calling you Al? What am I, cop? Alvius, you want to be a part of our partnership? And here comes another man who never shies away from helping others. Just look at this past weekend at Battle Scars, aiding Miles Kelly and taking down Canada Wolf and Arthur Rose, the former Rising Star champion EGF. Now lending his hand to Josh Wolf and his friend Tim LaFave here. See how Josh Wolf and the Alligator Fidelso fared, team former Rising Star champions. Josh Wolf, of course, the inaugural and two-time Rising Star champ. The current champion, Miles Kelly, been on a tear. He'll defend his title next week, the last episode of Reality Wrestling this season. I'm sure Josh Wolf and EGF will be rooting for him, but tonight, they're looking to back up their boy and Timmy. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Click. Josh Wolf and El Guerrero Furioso might have gotten in over their head. They are two very talented competitors, but these three men, the upper echelon. Look at Bob Luger, man. Dressed like he's about to fucking hit a very, very expensive, bar, if you will. I would never be allowed into any place that these three go to. But there's Bob Luger leading the pack. Randy Borton back to the right there. And of course, Xander Slate to the left. The Click is here, looking to take over. Bob Luger gonna be ringside emotional support for his new boys. And of course, Xander Slate and Randy Borton, even before the Click form, these two men know each other very well. Cheeky little fist bump. They have been enemies and allies off and on for years here in CMV. Remember, Team Slate way back when was actually consisted of Xander Slate, Randy Borton, and Tim LaFave. And that is a sight to see, these three titans together as one cohesive unit. Yeah, I chose that because it's the fancier, if you will, Borton. It's got like that fancy jacket on. But here we go, baby. I'm excited. I can't help it. I might not agree with the tactics that the Click used to form earlier this week. We know I'm a good friend of Tim LaFave, and I didn't like seeing what happened to him, but I'm a big fan of the Moo Moo Man. It has been 2 months since we've seen him compete here in CMV. Last time was back at Purgatory inside of the Elimination Chamber. Borton missing out on Ascendance 5 as he gets a big old curb stomp at the hands of Josh Wolf. This, of course, is a monumental opportunity for Wolf and El Guerrero Furioso to knock off Randy Orton and Xander Slate. Slate's Genesis debut. The former United States champion, teaming with the former international champion. Big old Uranagi slam there by Wolf, who makes an early tag to EGF. Now Josh Wolf against her. Orton stays nice and ready for Furioso. Ooh, nicely done there by Orton. Now a tag to Xander Slate. Like I said, these two men have known each other for years. They've been arch rivals. They've been good friends. Misses that knife edge chop pretty horribly. Come on, Slate, what you thinking? Working those legs is EGF. My goodness. So, snap suplex. And Xander definitely knows a thing or two about being in stables. He's led two of them. Of course, way back when he first debuted in CMV. Holy shit, am I forgetting the name right now? The Industry. I actually just forgot that for a second. I forgot my own stable name. The Industry, though. And then, of course, the Coalition alongside the likes of Bison, Paul Anderson, Duo Maxwell, and Jacob Ziegler. Xander Slate, though, doesn't seem to be the front man this time around. Bob Luger kind of seems to be taking that. Misses that second rope attempt pretty horribly, and now paying for it at the hands of Wolf. If you made a 3MB with Rubik, that would be the most amazing thing. Rubik playing the trombone, somebody else has the triangle, somebody else has like a bongo drum. That would be 10 out of 10. Nice takedown, though, by the former amateur wrestler in college. Xander Slate caught with a jawbreaker, though, of course, Xander is a big guy. It might not look like much in the ring here, on TV, but in person, Xander's 6'4", 230 pounds, getting that big old DDT by Josh, though. Hooks the leg. Does Josh Wolf 1, 2. Looking for that huge win at only a 2 count. You can see Xander, Orton trying to rally the CMV Universe. I don't know if they're really going to be behind the click here. Of course, the CMV Universe loves Tim LaFave. They're going to love everybody who supports him as Josh Wolf is on the hunt. Unfortunate positioning. He's right in the corner. Orton should be able to get in and break that up very easily, which he does. The count of 2. Wolf is certainly taking it to Slate right now, though. The OG Dirty Heel tasting the canvas with that, curb stop. Rake of the eyes, though. Vintage Dirty Heel. And now a last ride sit-out powerbomb from the big man. I can just imagine that. The trombone, the triangle, and the bongo. That would be so good. Oh my God, this isn't very good for Josh Wolf right now. Again, his leg worked as Xander just so smart, using the ring as a weapon, man. Anything as a weapon. Wrapping Josh Wolf's leg around that bottom rope, stretching as now Xander looks to rally. Bob Luger certainly cheering him on ringside. Couple of clotheslines now. A tilt-a-whirl single knee backbreaker. Vintage Slate. Oh my God, Razor win doing 3MB. He should be the one that plays the triangle. That would be great. Oh, now it's late. We've seen him utilizing this more and more recently. Hanging Josh Wolf to drive reverse SPO. That is just nasty. And of course, Xander might be gearing up. All this leading to that deadly submission hold of his. The Slade by Slate. Which he looks to hit there. Going for it again. Josh Wolf counters, though. Huge clutch for Wolf. As Josh with the DDT, not so impactful this time around. Josh's gas tank certainly reaching empty right now. Nice short arm clothesline there by Xander, who might be wanting to make a tag right now to Orton. Orton's been out for a while. Xander seems intent on making his Genesis a victory by his hands, though. His Genesis debut, I meant to say. Goes for a belly-to-belly, catches a elbow. There's a quick tag. There you go. And now here comes the milkman, baby. Moo, moo, moo. Orton going to try to bring it home for the click. Oh, Josh Wolf with a single knee gutbuster instead. Takes a couple steps back, lines up the shot, and a nice senton. Josh Wolf. Xander Slate got when it's only right. That Bourne does too. On the hunt by Wolf. Showing some passion, some heart, some fire tonight. Can Josh bring it home? No, he can't. In honor of Tim LaFave, Wolf certainly not feeling great right now. Makes a smart tag to El Guerrero Furioso. Yeah, Josh had his, while he was being kidnapped by Pat LaFave, Pat did all sorts of, not great things to Josh. Not that, get your mind out of the gutter, but it included shaving his head. Randy Orton escaping, or rather, El Guerrero Furioso escaping that head scissors. As Orton, vintage Orton with the high angle dick grab slam, baby. Oh, how I have missed my milkman move, Thunderbomb. One. Oh, just a one count. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Borto end. El Guerrero got to snap to it, or else he's going to be put in the canvas. Borto end. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count. The friends of Timmy Boy certainly putting the fight on here for real. Xander going to give Borton some space to go for it. He's going to try for here. Phenomenal forearm, but EGF sidesteps it. Of course, we know Furioso has that devastating Fujiwara armbar. The maneuver that retired Brett Angel, standing Seafire. As El Guerrero looks for a tag to Josh Wolf. Maybe note to the second turnbuckle. Perfect positioning. El Guerrero now beckoning their eyes to his feet. Just going to stare at him. There we go. Hurricane Rana, nicely done. Orton getting right back to his feet. No selling like a champion. Seems to be a bit groggy, though. El Guerrero going to capitalize on that with a Northern Light suplex into the bridge. Can El Guerrero try to steal it here? No, he cannot. Only a 2 count as Josh Wolf failed to knock Xander off the apron. All the commotion. Xander taunting out the apron, talking smack to me. What did I do? Sorry, man. Oh, Borton now looking to mark his territory, if you will, the Titan. All 3 of these men Titans. Got the work ethic Titan, the dirty heel Titan, the Moo Man Titan, who's looking to take a page out of Xander's book with the tilt-a-roll single knee backbreaker. It has been a dog's age since we've seen Borton and Xander in the same ring, as Borton looks to finally seal the deal. 1, 2. Oh, just a 2 count. Josh Wolf would have broken that up as well if El Guerrero couldn't have gotten out on his own. Nice teamwork by EGF and Wolf so far here tonight. El Guerrero backing up into the corner. That was a mistake. Borton just charged them and planted some of the DDT. And Borton just taking it all in, man. Pandering, or perhaps trying to get under the skin of the CM Universe live in attendance here. El Guerrero right into a Borto end. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, but Josh Wolf makes that clutch-ass save. Xander failing to stop him. Doesn't help Furioso out much past that, though. Borton still controlling him. That vintage Borton double boot stomp kick to the chest combo. Now a lifting reverse DDT. Oh, Borton wasting no time. A 3rd Borto end. Good God. Borton's just, going to drag him towards Josh as well. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. But Josh, Xander, come on, man. What is Xander doing? Xander, what are you, Xander? What? Oh. Borton. No. Xander inadvertently getting caught with that elbow drop. He better get out of the ring. Risking a disqualification right now. He only has to the count of 5. Currently just napping on the ropes, though. Luckily, I don't think John Cone has started his count, though. Yo, what up, explicit? Haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Did you watch Fusion? Because if you didn't, I certainly suggest you do. Something big went down. Right now, we're about to see El Guerrero look to do something big of his own. Rallying the CM Universe behind him. Nice missile drop kick. El Guerrero's feeling it. Even though his neck's got to be hurting after those 3 Borto ends, he is not quitting. Forearm smash to Borton in the corner now, but Borton pushes him off. To the middle of the ring they go. Borton has got to be careful of that Fujiwara armbar or of that crucifix slam into the pin. There goes Xander, but I think Josh Wolf also inadvertently broke up the pin. Oh, with Xander slayed down. EGF, man. He's got it. Tilt-a-whirl Fujiwara armbar. Locked in. Borton in big trouble. Will Borton be forced to tap? Oh my God, this would be so unfortunate for Click. What a win it would be for EGF and Wolf, though. But Borton not gonna tap like no fool after 2 months on the bench. Now we're gonna play the fireman's carry game. Back and forth they go. Counter after counter, tip for tap. Borton's had enough playing around, his arms throbbing. Punch right to the throat. Jesus Christ, boot to the side of the head. Borton counters again. 1999 up in here, Maury. Borton shoots in. El Guerrero Furioso too fast for him. Another Northern Lights with a beautiful bridge to follow through. Can he steal it here? No, only a 2 count. Out to the apron goes El Guerrero. Might be taking a big risk here, which might not pay out for him as Xander, I thought he was about to go knock out, get it off the apron. Missile drop kick. Xander back on the apron as Borton has eyes in the back of his head apparently to see that coming. Caught in what looks like a butterfly backbreaker. Furioso to the second turnbuckle again, beckoning Borton to rise to his feet. What does EGF have in mind here? But Xander helping out Borton as he just goes over and punches EGF right in the dick. Now EGF still back to his feet before Borton can recuperate, or maybe Borton playing possum as he's able to duck that Enzu lariat. Can't duck this running sit-out powerbomb though. 1, 2, oh, nearly the 3. Josh just goes like flying at the apron. Oh my God, El Guerrero Furioso, he locks it in again. Holy shit! Xander better get in there. Borton in trouble. Xander, why you gotta go so slow? Josh Wolf stops him and Borton taps. Borton taps. Holy shit! El Guerrero Furioso taps out Randy Borton. The Click takes the L. The Friends of Tim to the rescue. Josh Wolf and El Guerrero Furioso collect a huge victory here. And I'm sure Tim, resting up at home, has a huge smile on his face. Holy shit. The Click not having such a great night for themselves here. Xander furious. He was so slow getting in the ring to help out Borton though. I think the Click already beginning to realize that Tim LaFave might have been a bad target. He's got a lot of friends. There you saw El Guerrero stomp on Borton's arm like, fuck your arm. And then lock it in the Fujiwara armbar again. And that's what forced. Yeah, Borton saw what happened to Brett Angel at Ascendance. Wasn't about to let that happen. It was tap or snap. What a win. Josh Wolf and EGF backing up they boy as Luger collects Xander, Slayton, Borton ringside here. El Guerrero was targeting his funny bone. All right, here we go, folks. Up next, our 5th matchup of the evening, with still 2 huge matches to come after this. We're going to see the Old Gods make their Fusion debut, as they get a big chance taking on the New World Tag Team Champs and Rise. And of course, in our main event, the #1 draft pick for Genesis, Chris Andrews, the Bloody Brick, looks to make a impact his first night here, his new home, taking on an old foe in Zach Cage. But first, we're going to see the Anarchy Champion, Jaquan Shea, of course, drafted Genesis with his title. Look to do the same. Certainly being thrown a curveball, though, and the fallen angel, John Reed. No walk in the park. And a tweet here, guys, from Josh Wolf says, "This is what happens to traitors. You'll get yours next, Luger." So strong words from Wolf to Bob Luger there, ladies and gentlemen. Now here we go. Jaquan Shea been on a roll since capturing the Anarchy Championship back at Ascendance. Not one but 2, I should say, defenses under his belt, both of which took place last week. Retained against Adam Valentine on Fusion, and then in a fatal 4-way at Battle Scars. Defying Ted Dickens and lineage by doing so. Now able to get away from that whole scene here on Genesis, but trying to continue his hot streak. And as I announced earlier, every single championship on Genesis will be on the line next week. So we know Guri Sakinal will be defending his international title. We don't know against who. We know it will be Elijah Stewart and Cole Savage for the Alpha World title. We know that Rise will be defending the World Tag Team titles against Imaginary Friends. So who will Jaquan be defending against? Perhaps if John Reed knocks him off here, the Fallen Angel will get the crack. And here's a tweet from Markintel, ladies and gentlemen, that says, "I'll be damned if I let these quote-unquote legends form up and try to take over the roster. I guess I'll have to actually make friends with a certain someone." Yes, Raz, I don't know who spoiled it, or if you spoiled it yourself, but Blood and Stone are the new Fusion Tag Team Champions. They knocked off Police Squad earlier this week. They'll be heading into, well, we'll see if they can head into next season, because we know they'll be defending their titles at Retaliation, the Fusion exclusive season finale, at pay-per-view next Sunday. Here comes John Reed, guys, finally bringing an end to his losing streak earlier this week when he knocked off Shiloh Gray in that crossover match. Gonna try to use that momentum to put a halt to Jaquan Shea's tear he's been on, and perhaps earn himself an Anarchy Championship opportunity. John Reed, a year and a half he's been in CMV, he's had multiple title opportunities this season, never been able to follow through. Could he possibly head into next season as Anarchy Champion? That's only if he can defeat Shea here and earn that title opportunity next week on the last Genesis of the season. And a tweet now from El Guerrero Furioso says, "Let's see, click, click, click." And that's the noise I heard coming from Borton's arm. Some savagery there by Furioso. As Jaquan right out of the gate with some sliced bread. That's not a great start to things for John Reed. Then slapping the knees for a moonsault. Jaquan Shea bringing the Anarchy Championship here to Friday Night Genesis. Certainly has a lot to prove. A lot of new faces he's yet to take on in his career, including John Reed. This is a first-time collision. Jaquan Shea looking to... Ooh, nice sweep there. Oh, John Reed going to pay him back a little arm drag. Ooh, when you talk about the OG Marketel returning, it just gets my jimmies all rustled, you know? Suplex by John Reed. These are two very resilient superstars going head-to-head. I hope that Jaquan Shea did his homework on John Reed. Of course, it was earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion. Like I said, John Reed knocking off Shiloh Gray. But Shiloh Gray, it was reported, has suffered a knee injury and will be out until next season. If you go back and watch that match, he hit a Moonlight Drive neckbreaker, and he kind of botched the landing. His knee kind of, you could tell he was scratching at it. And John Reed actually capitalized on that to defeat him with the fall, which Jaquan Shea's got to look out for here. Whereas John Reed had to be on the lookout for that brain buster. Ooh, kick right to the knee there by Reed. Quad Shea, the man who quite possibly ended the career of Jamari Williams. We know Jamari not going to be coming back this season, and more than likely not going to be returning next season either, it's looking like. Quan Shea beat the hell out of him with that metal bat, so you know Shaquan, I should say, is ruthless. But right now he's getting taken to school by Reed with these elbows to the chest. Oh, goes for the super kick. Shaquan tries for a super kick. Both men failing, though. And now Reed with an Irish whip to the corner. Oh, look at this burning hammer. Oh, my God. See the way Reed dropped him on his fucking head there. Holy shit. I was surprised that's not enough to do it. Mamma mia. Up next, guys, the old gods in action. Make their Genesis debut, I should say, coming from Fusion during the draft. As they take on the World Tag Team Champions, Rise. Brought an end to Zach Cage and Nick Blake's 5-month tear. This past weekend at Battle Scars. Oh, Shaquan Shea used to pay homage with these kicks to Jamari Williams. Now I'm sure just uses it to get on Jamari's fan's skin. The Kiwi crushes that final blow to the back of the head. And now Shea quickly looking to wrap it all together as he shoots off the Brainbuster. The Anarchy champion collecting Reed, making sure there's no rope breaks. Now a lateral press. 1, 2, just a 2 count though. Stomp down on the lower spine. Shea, even though that brainbuster wasn't enough to get the win, gonna try to stay in the driver's seat and out of the top rope. Shea does like to utilize his 630 senton from time to time. It doesn't look like he was gonna try for here though. Perched. Dragon. Oh my God! Reed catches the Dragon Rod into a power bomb. What a reversal. 1, 2. Only a 2 count though. Of course, still to come in our main event. Chris Andrews makes his debut, taking on an old rival in Zach Cage. We'll see how Cage fares on his own. You know, Nick Blake drafted to Monday Night Fusion. So the former World Tag Team Champions pulled apart. Oh, Reed goes for that super kick, and the quick thinking of Shaquan to catch him with that snapmare saved him. Not able to keep Reed down, though. As John Reed gets it off and countered again, man. That super kick stays getting reversed lately. A zigzag, though, by the Fallen Angel. Keeps himself afloat for now. Ooh, Reed now going for the legs of Shaquan. John telling him, come on, Shea, this is all you got? I can take more. I don't know why Reed's talking that trash, though. Shaquan been dominating the better part of this match. As the Anarchy Champion shoots in. Oh, grabbing Reed with a whirly bird head scissors. Beautiful athleticism there by Shaquan. Oh, now to the top rope. Shea might be setting up for that 630 senton, but Reed moves out of the way. A big risk taken, unfortunately for Shea. It backfired. Doesn't stay down for long. Quickly shaking the cobwebs. Double boost to the chest and desperation pin. That's a rope break, though. Shea done playing around. Hook to the jaw of the Fallen Angel and a Bulldog. Ooh, that was a nasty looking Bulldog, too. Shea back to the top rope, says, no, fam, I'm hitting it. Will the second time be the charm? No, it will not. Reed moves out of the way again. And Shea would do well for himself to maybe knock that off, but he might not have the opportunity as Reed closes in. The fall. Reed hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and John Reed pins the Anarchy Champion. The Fallen Angel brings an end to Shaquan Shea's tear, pinning the Anarchy Champion in his Genesis debut. Huge win for Reed. Reed went to the top twice too many times, and in the end it spelled disaster for him. And with that, John Reed, I'd have to, if it was up to me, man, Reed would be getting that title match next week. All it took was one fall to put down Shea. Welcome to Genesis, Shaquan. That's how we do it over here. A great victory for John Reed, who's starting to rack up them wins. Can he close out the season as Anarchy champion? We'll have to wait to find that out next week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, co-main event time here on Friday Night Genesis. Edition number 98, as we're going to see the Old Gods make their debut. Of course, drafted over earlier this week alongside their leader, Zeus, but it does not seem as though he's going to be ringside as usual, as they look for a huge win over the current and new World Tag Team Champions. Rise, Murdoch, and Sebastian Vachon capped off a very impressive month at Battle Scars by defeating Zach Cage and Nick Blake in under 5 minutes to bring an end to their 5-month reign as Tag Team Champions. Of course, we're going to see Zach Cage return to his roots as a singles competitor up next in our main event when he takes on old rival Chris Andrews. But next week on the season finale, Murdoch and Sebastian Vachon will put their titles on the line against Imaginary Friends, who earned #1 contendership by winning that best-of-5 series against Chaos and Order last month. So right now, Rise just going to continue their dominant tear. None of their matches the past 2 months have lasted longer than 5 minutes. They won that 6-man tag with the quickness. They defeated Imaginary Friends very dominantly a couple of weeks ago, so it's going to be interesting to see if Danielson and Osborne can try to work over that past transgression. Try to go into the next season as the champions, bring Rise's reign to a quick end. But I don't know if you're a betting man, like I always say. The recent tear that Murdoch and Vachon have been on, might have to put your chips in their corner. My favorite move is the Royal Flush, a.k.a. the Clean Slate, a.k.a. Fireman's Carry Side Slam. That would be an interesting finisher. I'd have to sell it as though they broke off their leg, and then that call would never be able to compete again. And here they come, the Brothers Christ. Would be Hades on the left, the big man who can't even fit into the frame, and Aries on the left, a submission expert. New team here to mix up the Genesis Tag Division. See if they can knock off the champions heading into next season. Or will they become just another victim at the hands of Rise? What up, Flashy? You are late. This is the co-main event. We still got the main event to go, though, and the winner match. So do not fret. Excuse me. And here they come, the new CMV World Tag Team Champions. I think it's insane that there's only been 4 Tag Team Champions this season for Genesis. It started off with the Empire of Pain, and Extreme Conditions captured the belts that Nick Blake and Zach Cage held them for 5 months, and now Rise with the gold. And there you see the monstrous Murdoch coming towards the front of the ring, and there's the Frenchman, the Grenoble Nightmare, and former Rising Star champion. Here we go. Looks like it's going to be Aries, the submission expert, starting things off against the Tank Murdoch. Certainly love to see fucking Hades and Murdoch go head-to-head, but Aries wants to start things off first for the Brothers Christ here in their Genesis debut. Takes a couple of steps back, lining up the shot. Aries with a nice curb stomp. Murdoch, of course, remember, lost 5 months of his career this season due to a back injury. So if any opponents do their homework, they would know that the back is the target to go for. But right now, Aries making that head the #1 priority with two curb stomps. Excuse me, I got like hiccups coming. Oof. Not tonight, but Samuel Cassidy did have a match yesterday on Reality Wrestling, which he actually won, a 6-man tag. Don't know if you missed that. As Murdoch lifting Aries up to his seat, gets an elbow to the gut, though, for his troubles. Ooh. Now Murdoch being pulled back into 2 back elbows. No, a 3rd one. The trifecta being complete. Murdoch now lifted up to his feet. 1/2 the World Tag Team Champions in trouble. The Old Gods faring well thus far. Goes for a big forearm smash. Lucky Aries counter that. Might have caved his skull in. That connected. Ooh, nice little T-bone suplex, just throw it overhead as Murdoch now makes his way over to the corner to tag in the Grenoble Nightmare. Former Rising Star champion, Sebastian Vachon. Of course, the old, Rick John Cohen taking that slappy bump, but he gets right back up. The Old Gods got to be weary of that devastating magic killer, which Rise have been utilizing since their return to take out everybody in their path. Backbreaker, neckbreaker combo by Aries. Aries likes to utilize a pretty devastating Hell's Gate submission. He presses his shin right to the throats of his opponent. Counter right there into a back suplex by Vachon. And now the Outlaw stomps follow through, trying to cave that chest in. Sebastian just absolutely unleashing his aggression, man. Slamming Aries' head into the canvas. Aries had enough now. Bringing Sebastian to a vertical base. Goes for a hook to the jaw. Counter, though. Now a simple but effective pendulum backbreaker. That knee digging into the lower spine. Vachon doesn't seem to be done yet either. As he goes to that gut wrench release powerbomb, just dropping him. And still not done. Aries put into a bad part of town as Rise look to keep that below 5-minute fucking gimmick up. There it is, Magic Killer. Murdoch into the pin. 1, 2, 3. No, it doesn't do it. The Old Gods actually managed to kick out Aries with the clutch. Hades disposed of, though, by Vachon, which leaves Aries still on his own here. Kick to the gut by Big Murdoch. Looks to make sure he and Sebastian stay in the driver's seat. Although Aries able to kick out, he is not looking good right now. Now going to take that vintage sit-out spinebuster at the hands of Murdoch. Dear God, man. Aries is getting dismantled. He knew he didn't want to be put in that corner again. And Aries is like, I'm still good, fam. I'm still all right. Tries to close in, looking for a comeback. The fans seem to be behind the old gods here. Nice catchphrase. This is the co-main event, Suntan. So we still have the main event to go. Zach Cage and Chris Andrews one-on-one up next. As the old gods look for a colossal upset here. A $1 million dream currently being applied to Murdoch at the hands of Aries. Murdoch escapes, though, not tapping. Now Murdoch realizing it's time to stop playing around. Aries put in the corner. Might be taking a second dose. Yes, he is. Dragged out to the center. Look how cocky Vachon is with that walk. Magic killer again. Hooks the leg. He kicked out of the first one. I don't think he's kicking out again. And that, no, what? Are you kidding? What the hell? Hades again thrown out of the ring. Hades has been no help this match. Aries just clutching the hell up with that resiliency. Holy shit. Yes, Elijah Stewart did knock off Cole Savage at the top of the show, earning himself a world title match next week. And right now, Rise has been dominating, but Aries refuses to stay down for the 3 count. As Aries now, oh my God, into the Hell's Gate. This would be a huge win for the old gods in their Genesis debut. Oh, but Murdoch makes the save again. Hades slacking as he's just thrown to the outside once again. Back body drop leaves Aries, all by his own. Hades runs back into the ring looking to tackle Murdoch off the apron. Okay. Hades just wants to do something. Now Vachon looking for blood as he just hammers away at Aries and he gets it. Busted wide open as the younger Christ brother. As a second time, the Grenoble Nightmare with that gut-wrench release powerbomb. Aries, unfortunately for Sebastian, pops right back up to his feet, looking for that tag, a much-needed tag to Hades, thank God. Hades nice and fresh. Let's see if he can get it done here for the old gods. Making sure Vachon goes nowhere. The Christ brothers. And now Vachon busted wide open as Hades tries to take advantage. Dragging Sebastian's lifeless carcass away from the ropes, guys. This might do it. Vachon in trouble. 1, 2, and only a 2 count. This match might be resting on the shoulders of Hades at this point. Look at Aries on the apron, man. He's bleeding. He can barely hang on. Vachon trying to fight out of this shoulder claw of doom. With a well-placed punch in the midsection, then a whack to the jaw. And now Vachon with the Grenoble Project lays out the big man. Hooks that tree trunk of a leg. 1, 2. No, but only a 2 count. Of course, Hades just got in. So he's still all right for now. But that nasty reverse DDT certainly not helping him. And as Murdoch comes in, just going to go for the pin. 1. Only a 1 count. Now we got the 2 big men going at it. But Hades currently reeling after the Grenoble Project. He's going to snap that arm right over the shoulder. Closes in. Oh, we have seen this from Hades before. Takes that fucking big meaty claw of his and just tries to dig through the skin of Murdoch. That hurts, man. That hurts more than anything. Hooks the leg now to finish, but only a 2 count. Still coming up next in our main event, guys. Chris Andrews, the #1 draft pick for Genesis debuts, taking on an old rival. And Zach Cage, who's now on his own, as Murdoch going to put Hades in the corner. Counters whatever Murdoch was looking for. The tank, though, with the back elbow. Both men meet in the middle of the ring. Cravat neck breaker by Murdoch. Lateral press by Murdoch, but only a 2 count still. Do you want me to book Hades one-on-one against... Oh my God! John Cone just fucking murdered. But wait a minute! The old gods... Oh my God, they're going for the Magic Killer! The old gods with the Magic Killer! Insult to injury! Hooks the leg! 1, 2, 3. The Old Gods knock off the champions. What a huge win. The Old Gods in their Genesis debut knock off the World Tag Team Champions. This is great news for Imaginary Friends. IF coming off a loss yesterday on Reality Wrestling. They're carrying no momentum with them into that title match next week, but now neither are Rise. With their own Finn, Rise beaten by the Brothers Christ. And with that win, the Old Gods might be heading into next season as #1 contenders. I'd say so. Their first night as champions, Rise laid out with their own finishing maneuver. The Brothers Christ with a huge victory and their Genesis debut. And the question is, who will head into next season as the champions? Will it be Imaginary Friends, or can Rise bounce back and retain? That's next week, folks. What do you think? Is a vintage Topher Call about to get screwed over by Kanasuke yet again? Because while we know that Zach Cage and Nick Blake losing their titles, bringing an end to their 5-month reign, still incredibly impressive. At Battle Scars 2 Rise, they were then separated in the draft as Nick Blake was put on Monday Night Fusion, which means that Cage, once again, is going to go it solo, but not completely. He is still a friend of Cole Savage, let's remember. So the always mysterious Kanasuke is going to be in his corner as Cage looks to reignite an old rivalry with the LA Barrett Chris Andrews, #1 draft pick here to Friday nights. Andrews looking to rev it up and make an impact here. He's been given the main event slot. Dave Turner obviously loving that he got that draft pick. Let's see if Andrews can make anything of it. It hasn't been a great couple of months for Andrews, losing his title, failing to win it back in the main event of his sentence, and then taking the loss to Voice Vindy at Battle Scars. He did get that one on Fusion teaming with Vindy, but it was Vindy who got the pin. So Andrews, I'm sure, is not counting that, trying to forget it happened. Let's see if Chris Andrews can start his career anew here, heading into next season. Oof, I just got a... Whew. Oh, my God. I feel like I just got stabbed in the stomach. Stomach ache coming out of nowhere to ambush me here. Oof. Oh, man, this doesn't feel good. Gotta fight through the pain, though. Just take a shit here at the commentary table. Nobody will notice. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a great season for Zach Cage, who started things off early on. Remember, it was back at Validation that Zach Cage defeated Chris Andrews to win the Anarchy title. The two would then have a couple of month rivalry that culminated when Chris Andrews beat Zach Cage so badly at Point Break. They were in a 30-minute Iron match, but Andrews beat Cage so badly that the match had to get called off early. And that was the last time that we saw these two in a ring together. Cage has certainly grown a lot since then with that 5-month World Tag Team title reign alongside Nick Blake. Now he's on his own, not fully. Like I said, there you see the mysterious Karaske coming down ringside. Zach Cage is not to be taken lightly as a singles competitor. You know what he utilized to defeat Chris Andrews back at Validation all those months ago was a, I do believe, wasn't it that fucking, oh God, what's it called? I don't remember what the submission's called right now. It's like a sunset flip kind of into a beast bite. It's a nasty submission. We haven't seen Cage utilize that in a while, but here he comes, baby, to Friday nights. It is the one, the only, the Bloody Brit, Chris Andrews. On Friday nights, you know, a show that now holds the titles that Andrews captured in his career, the Anarchy Championship, the International Championship. Maybe Andrews going to try to win one of those back or go for the grand prize, that Alpha World title, which he has yet to have his grasp on. Yeah, the reason I say I don't know is because we haven't seen Cage hit a finisher, I don't think, since teaming with Blake. So I don't even know if he still has that submission. He hasn't had to use a finisher himself. But he is a submission expert, so if I were Andrews, I would certainly be careful. Yeah, that's it, more. There you go. But here we go. Referee rings the bell as always. Zach Cage going to have to be weary of the revenge, which can come out of nowhere. Clack you right on the jaw. Andrews, though, got to also be careful of Karaske at ringside. You know, the Bloody Brit is good friends with Don Bishop over on a match. And Don Bishop's had his own run-ins with Karaske, screwing him over in the past. So I'm sure Britt is well aware that he's going to have to keep an eye there on Karaske. Zach Cage with a short arm shoulder block to the Brit here early on. Back elbow by the Brit, who looks to make an impact here his first night as a member of the Genesis roster. Been over a year since we've seen the Brit on Friday nights. That's cross-arm neck. No, it hasn't, because he was, before his sentence, he did take a trip over with Paul Devine to battle, what was it, Caden Kenra. So that was a couple of months ago. But before that, of course, part of Monday Night Fusion. Looks like Cage is targeting that arm here at the couple opening minutes of this matchup. So that might tell you something. Going for it again. Britt better start protecting himself. There we go. Back over to the midsection. The former world. Oh. Oh. Up over the shoulder. Looks like a charging slam. Jesus Christ. Power behind that one. Shades of the British Bulldog. One of the Brits' idols, of course. Is Creative Finisher back? Did they confirm that? Little gut-wrench toss by Andrews, showing off his strength. Zach Cage certainly going to have to try to utilize his speed, his agility here against the bigger, the stronger Chris Andrews. Down on his ass, drags him to the middle of the ring. Double boot stomp. And a kick to the chest, taking a page out of Randy Borton's book. Stomp to the chest again. Stomp to the chest again. Zach Cage finally had enough, brings him to his seat. Counters that, though, turns around. Into the corner, Vintage Brit with that cliffhanger variation. The O'Connor roll German. That wasn't in the O'Connor roll German. That was just a rebound, rather. Hook to the jaw. Swiggles out of it, does Zach Cage. Stomp to the quad. Catches a couple of them elbows, though, to the jaw. Like I said, it's been, geez, what, 8 months since these two have been in the ring together. Oh, my God! Gourdbuster GTS, but it knocked a couple of teeth loose there. As if Britt needs more teeth knocked out of his mouth. Now hammering away at the knee of Chris Andrews. Look at the agony in Andrews' eyes. Zach Cage with an Irish whip seems out to the apron. What is Cage trying for here? Spear! Knocks him down to the outside. Oh, that was a weird way of exiting the ring. Almost decapitated himself. Seems like Zach Cage wants this fight on the outside. Britt's not having it. Like, nah, fam. Nah, get your ass in the ring so I can pin you. Andrews Irish whips Cage into the corner. Goes for a clothesline, maybe. I don't know, but he ran right into an elbow. Too quick for you, says Andrews to Cage with a half and half suplex. I feel like that might be fake teeth, though. Hooks the leg, does Chris Andrews. 1. Oh, not even a 2 count over Zach Cage there. The CMV Universe firmly behind the Bloody Brit, though. You can hear it. They're on their feet. Zach Cage, though, battling back. As Cage, Snapmare Driver. Holy shit, if Andrews didn't have a loose tooth before, he does now. Doesn't stay down for long, though. German suplex. Look at submission attempt here by Chris Andrews. Like STF Camel clutch like combination here. Zach Cage, though, the submission expert, knows how to get out of every single submission you can possibly imagine. Misses that grappling. He might pay dearly for it. No, Andrews with a snapmare. Gonna go for a punch to the side of the head. Instead gets an elbow to the gut. So far, Katasuke has kept his, grimy little paws out. So if Andrews takes the loss, he can't blame it on Katasuke. Counters whatever Cage is going for in the corner, though. Not able to counter this! Dragging him out, guys, with a deep guillotine choke. Just stealing Alistair Knox's censorship here. Will it be as successful as when Knox utilizes it, though? It does not seem so. Look at Cage's face like, wait a minute, what? Why didn't you tap? Drops him to the canvas. Damage might be done to the Brit, though. Oh, my God, kicking him right upside the head. Jeez, Brit. You don't got to kill him. Now Andrews with an Irish whip, rebounds off the ropes, says Zach Cage. Oh, I think Andrews might be going for a pop-up fin. Instead catches a modified neckbreaker. Cage to the apron now. That might be a bad move. No, senton. Gonna connect, nicely done. Irish whip into the corner. Goes Chris Andrews. Cage tried something in the corner earlier. No, Britt's going to deny him again, though. And now knocking him out of the ring with a clothesline. And double middle fingers to the hard camera. Vintage Britt. Oh, look at Katasuke beginning to lurk around. Better be careful, though. Risking a disqualification. Britt going to take Cage right back into the ring. Perhaps looking to finish now. Is the Englishman. No, Cage counters the Irish whip, puts Britt on the apron, and again gonna spear him to the outside. Cage seems to want to fight out there. It is a good place to deal extra. Oh, moonsault by Cage! That was awesome. Something you don't see too often. To the outside, and now Cage with the disrespect, acting like Britt's nothing. Like the dust underneath his boots. Cage now gonna throw Chris Andrews back in the ring. Gonna follow through after doing a little bit of cardio. Oh, Chris Andrews might be in trouble. He's got to watch those arms. Cage, though. Ooh, jawbreaker. Cage also known to go for a spear every now and again. Vicious spear, so a lot of different ways Cage can beat ya. But another Snapmare Driver might do it. No, Britt gonna no sell again. Just pops right back up with an arm drag. Unfortunately for him, Cage decided not to sell very much either. Back and forth they go. Zach Cage looks like a snapmare. Gonna put Britt in a seated position as he goes for some elbows to the chest. 3 in a row. Trying to wear Chris Andrews down as now Cage might be seeking to finish things off. Catches a jawbreaker though. Gonna bruise that jaw. Kick to the midsection. Front headlock, man. Britt unleashing. Goes for an elbow to the top of the head. Cage. Oh, what a knee strike. Good God, rip Britt. And now I just gets a plank shot. Stealing Britt's signature maneuver. 1, 2. And he nearly beats him with it. The Britt busted open, but still kicking. That's just going to piss the Britt off. Zach Cage doesn't care, though. Realizes he's in control, and he has to capitalize while he can. Oh, wait a minute. Cage. Oh, Samoan Driver. 1, 2, 3. No, not the 3. And look at Cage's face like, are you kidding? Cage now, desperation beginning to show as he goes to the top rope. Ew! Fortunately for him, he's able to land that leg drop. Chris Andrews has got to snap too. Look at Katasuke like, God damn it, Cage. You can't let Britt get control. I think Andrews keeps looking for the DUI, but he's having some trouble getting it off. Clothesline again, floors him though. And now Britt dusts off his shoulders. Looking to deliver. Revenge! Hooks that leg. Uno, dos, no tres, no tres, no tres. The Britt like, what the hell? This has been a great match. Andrews saying, fuck you, Cage, stay down. That's now the big man going up top. Oh, shit. Chris Andrews, not a flyer, guys. Body splash, though, actually follows through. Can't believe he landed that. Zach Cage, desperation. Oh, single underhook DDT. Successfully executed. Oh, Zach Cage. Dirty heel tactics inbound as he puts his feet in the middle rope. Official John Cone does not see it to steal it, but only a 2 count. Cage is furious that that didn't work. Dodges the grapple attempt, though, catches that kick to the gut still. Drags him out of the corner. Jesus Christ. Landed right on the neck. That looked nasty. Cage, though, popping right back up with a jawbreaker. Looking to close the distance with another modified neckbreaker. Kanasuke continues to cheer him on ringside. The bloody bit pops up like that. Didn't even tickle me. Shoulder arms clothesline. Chops him down. Desperation pin now by Andrews. Not enough to finish, though. Kick to the back. Sends shooting pains up and down Zach Cage's spine as Britt's going to show him how it's done with the proper discus you punch ya. And now Zach Cage bleeding from a gash on his forehead. Andrews down on one knee, trying to recuperate some momentum, some stamina here. What's he looking for? I'm not going to find out, taking too much time dilly-dallying. And now he might pay for it. No, Britt catches him with a small package. 1, 2. Oh my God, Britt nearly steals it. What a match. And now Britt says, let's seal this deal, brother. Well, now bad. No, counter! Counters the revenge into a DDT to Cage. Holy shit. Oh, there it is! Oh, that might be a rope break for Britt. Come on, Britt! Yeah, rope break. Great call by John Cone. Ooh, Britt just saw his life flash before his eyes. But Cage still saying it's about night time. Britt says, nah, fam, I ain't done yet. Wrenches that arm. Cage slamming face first into the canvas. That was such lucky ring placement for the Bloody Britt there. Speaking of the Bloody Britt, look at that goddamn face. Donning that proverbial crimson mask is Andrews. Yeah, Kanasuke thought Cage had it when he locked in that beast bite. The rings of Saturn. Now a running sit-out power bomb by Cage, taking a page out of Andrews' book again. 1, 2, but still only a 2 count. What is Cage gonna have to do to keep down the Brit? Dragging him to the... What is he doing? The hell is he doing? Whatever he was setting up for took way too much time. Britt says, you're kidding. Sweeping the legs. Now gonna go for the knee. Andrews saying, how do you like it? As he hammers away. Another modified neckbreaker by Zach Cage. This main event has been a doozy. But Cage locking in the rings of Saturn again. No rope break this time. Britt taps. It's over. Zach Cage welcomes Chris Andrews to Friday nights with a hellacious match, forcing him to tap just as he did all those months ago. The Rings of Saturn submission forces the Brit to tap. What a match, though. Britt got lucky the first time that Zach Cage locked that in with a rope break, but the second time Cage made sure that wasn't going to happen again. Zach Cage, though, with a huge win to restart his singles career. Look at this, what did it. That modified neckbreaker, and then Cage transitioned right into the Rings of Saturn. That was a nice setup. And Bray, with his face absolutely drenched in blood, did not last long. That is a nasty submission. Andrews forced to tap Zach Cage, proving that he don't need Nick Blake. What a main event. Chris Andrews realizing that coming to Genesis ain't going to make things easier. Maybe even harder. That's the Rings of Saturn. That's literally what Neville uses. That's the beast bite. Zach, get out of here. Who gave you the authority to just show up randomly? Oh, you know what? That's actually true. That's the modified crossface. It looks the same, alright? I thought it was the beast bite. Leave me alone. See, Zach, you get a big win like that, but now I just want to bury you. I'm reversing that decision. Chris Andrews wins via submission. Congrats, Topher. Decision officially reversed. Alright, what we got? Win a match. Win a match. Alright, let's see. Josh, you get to pick the match type, my friend. I'm going to assume it's a Fatal 4-Way because that's literally what everyone always chooses. Oh, a Battle Royal. Wow. Wow. Imagine my surprise. I can't believe it. Alright, since there's not a lot of people in here, again, I'll just accept names. Put names in the chat, whichever I see first. I'll throw in. To NGW. Where you at, fam? There you is. I see Joey Bacon. I see Zach Cage. Jamari's dead. Yo, what up, Drip? I see Bob Luger. Kenra's on Fusion. I'm not going to put Xander in there if Luger's already in there. I'm not going to put Savage in there either. Alright, I see Eli. Alright, I'll put Ziggler. So Ziggler, Eli, and Pierre. Those are the last three. I saw Ziggler will make an appearance. I don't know why I went to Z. Just doesn't have a first name anymore. Should pull a Neville and just be Ziggler next season. What was the other one? Pierre. Alright, 'cause 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 'c Shave your ass. Oh, I didn't mean to do winner. Whoops. I meant to do FUPA, inspirational quote. They don't want you to have a Rolls Royce, Alvius. I promise. Quite the lineup, though. Joey Bacon makes his first appearance in a couple of weeks, returning to the Battle Royale, looking to prove that he is the ultimate thick boy. Move aside, Curry. Alright, damn. You got Zach Cage coming off that huge win over Chris Andrews. You got Bob Luger, the #1 contender to the Alpha World title. You got Mr. Money in the Bank from Fusion, Jacob Ziegler. You got Elijah Stewart, who's getting that Alpha World title match, the season finale next week after knocking off Cole Savage in a non-title match on Genesis. And then you got Pierre. And then Pierre's there too, hiding in the corner. Yo, Zach Cage ain't no thick boy, alright? Cage doesn't have curves, okay? He's got those gross that gross six-pack. What is that? I need me a thick boy like Joey Bacon, who's got ripped shorts, hamburgers on him, you know? Doesn't look like he showered in weeks. That's the kind of thick boy I need. Bob Luger looking to get rid of Jacob Ziegler here early on. Mr. Money in the Bank taking a trip from Monday Night Fusion. Nearly taken out by what seems to be Click's frontman. But Cage might be the first eliminated by Elijah Stewart here. Elijah looking for all the momentum that he can get heading into that huge title match, the next week's season finale. And guys, I can confirm and announce that after Zach Cage's victory over Chris Andrews in the main event of Genesis, that he will be the one who challenges Yuri Sukanov for the International Championship on next week's season finale. That is a huge opportunity for Cage, but as we saw happen to poor Markintel at the hands of Gurion Jen, the title on the line, it is not going to be easy. Cage having the chance to add another title to his resume before he caps off the season as Pierre looks to get Joey Bacon out of here. As Cage crossing the arms of Elijah Stewart. That's a singles match I would love to see. Elijah Stewart and Zach Cage one-on-one. Zach Cage tripped up, though, by the Good Vibes Kid. Up to the second turnbuckle goes Eli, though. Rally in the CMV universe. Elijah kicking Cage in the chest. Oh, and a mini-phenomenal forearm. Jacob Ziegler now to the top rope. It's a dangerous place to go in a battle royal, but he lands the elbow drop. That Cage, a former Anarchy champion and World Tag Team champion this season. He and Cage, of course, losing the title, bringing an end to their 5-month reign at Battle Scars. But now Cage solo, having the chance to cap off the season. He can become the 5th man to ever pin and defeat Yuri Sukanov next week. The season finale. Bob Luger and Jacob Ziegler continuing to just go back and forth viciously at each other. You know, Ziegler, no fan of Tim LaFave, but I'm sure even he didn't exactly like seeing what happened to him at the hands of Click earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion. Zach Cage now has Elijah Stewart teetering. The man who will challenge Cole Savage for the Alpha World title next week, saving himself as Yuri Sukanov looks to get the big dog out of here first. Nope, still no eliminations. Ooh, little bit of cheeky egg trauma by Elijah. To Zach Cage there. Elijah Stewart is a former World Tag Team Champion. It's that little monkey flip to Zach Cage there. Luger continuing his assault on Ziegler here. Mr. Money in the Bank being used as a base. Oh, wait a minute! Food coloring by... Oh, there goes Zach Cage eliminated! Zach Cage, the first man eliminated. Got that big win over Chris Andrews, but just couldn't fight back the power. The momentum that Elijah's riding right now. Joey Bacon might be the second man eliminated by Pierre Thompson. No, he hangs on. Not great momentum for Cage. heading into his title match against Guri Sukhanov next week. Hey, Zach showed up in the chat tonight. That means I have an excuse to push him for another 6 months. Bob Luger taking this time to taunt, because why not? As he goes right after Ziggler again. Oh, play of the day by Thompson to Joey. Elijah Stewart from behind here. A Mr. Money in the Bank from Fusion. Looks like Bob Luger and Eli forming a little bit of an alliance, but much like I said earlier about Ziggler, I'm sure Elijah Stewart, who is a friend of Tim's, would have loved to eliminate Bob Luger. We saw Xander Slate and Randy Orton get their comeuppance at the hands of Josh Wolf and Elgin already. Also, as Bacon nearly eliminates Pierre Thompson. Out on the apron now. Prime Time looks to be the one to get the 500-pound Joey Bacon out of here. Big Ham hanging out for dear life. Oh my God! Ziggler! What? Pedigree by Ziggler! And then a clothesline. Bob Luger eliminated. Huge elimination. Oh, but Elijah Stewart now. There goes Bacon. Eliminated by Thompson. And now Pierre, the big dog, teaming up on Ziggler. Oh, Mr. Money in the Bank. I believe about to take a ride. Yes, he is. Ziggler eliminated. And it is down to Pierre Thompson and Elijah Stewart. But Pierre says, no, let me get this win. I need it. Elijah says, oh, man, I need the momentum. Clutching on. Pierre staying on the attack, though. Relentless, but Elijah's not having it. Forearm smash, gets a punch to the top of the head. A one to the gut as well. Another one to the gut. Ooh, nice forearm smash. It was a great elimination by Ziggler, man. A pedigree and then a clothesline to Luger. But then Elijah quickly turned on Zig. Teaming with Pierre to get him out of there. And Joey Bacon also eliminated by Big Ham, or eliminating Big Ham, I should say. Now it is down to these two. Elijah Stewart certainly needing the momentum heading into that huge title match against Cole Savage next week. But Pierre gives no hells. I'm not going to say fucks, because I know Pierre's a good Christian boy. Even though I just said it, so. Flapjack! That's what makes me such a big Pierre fan right there. A good flapjack. Pierre taking the wrong moment to taunt here. Turns around, Elijah back to his seat. Counters the scoop slam. Pushes him away. And Stewart now with an Irish whip puts the big dog down. Hanging onto the ropes. Elijah, can he get him out of here? Can he get the win? Doesn't look like it, man. Prime Time just refusing to be pushed out. Overhand rocks him, though, and Elijah right back on the attack and try to push him over. Hands to the chest. Pierre's teetering more. Oh, Elijah's got him right where he wants him. The Good Vibes Kid. Drop kick. Pierre's out of here. Elijah gets it. What has gotten into Stewart? Elijah gets that momentum, baby. Cole Savage had best be ready for the Good Vibes Kid, man. Look at, I didn't even eliminate it with a power bomb. I didn't get to see that. Oh, great recap here. 10 out of 10 camera work. Elijah Stewart next week. Him and Cole Savage, the season finale. With the Alpha World title on the line, can the Good Vibes Kid finally do it? And as always, guys, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, make sure you do drop a follow so you know when I go live. The next time will be on Monday for the final fusion of the season. It is going to certainly be a great card with all the guys from Genesis coming on over. And, of course, next Sunday will be the season finale, the Fusion exclusive Retaliation pay-per-view. I'm not accepting any new calls at this time, but if you join our website at communityuniverse.forummotion.com, exclamation point join in the chat. Like I'm about to type, we'll give you the link there. You can reserve a spot for 2K18 next season. All the past episodes on my YouTube channel, which is linked on my Twitch info page. And wish your boy Dashin some luck, because tomorrow's my security office training program. About to get that certified security license, you know what I mean? But other than that, I will see you guys on Monday for some Fusion.